Today we will begin class in a child's pose position. Rest your forehead down, anchor through your palms. Fill up on an inhale, rise to a tabletop, and then we'll take it through about 3 to 5 cat-cows. Inhale is cow, exhale is cat. Just be mindful that you really press into your thumb, your pointer finger, take the weight out of your wrists. From there, we'll move into thread the needle. Reach your right arm high to the sky, pass it under, palm up. And then you're going to take your left fingertips forward toward the top of the mat. And that's going to add in a nice side body stretch. After you've taken a couple breaths, we're going to start to make our way back out. Even roll out your right wrist, your arm, if that feels good. And then left arm to the sky, pass it under, thread the needle. So again, left shoulder, left temple is on your mat. Stretch your right fingertips forward. When you come out, you can roll out your wrist if you want. And then arriving from tabletop, step back to a plank to downward facing dog. And then we're going to just take some baby steps up to the top. Notice my wider stance. You can even go mat width distance for ragdoll. Slide opposite hand, opposite elbow. Bring your weight toward your toes. Give your head permission to really fall heavy here. With an exhale, hands to the mat, heel toe your feet to touch. Take a slow inhale, roll all the way up. Now we do some neck stretches and a little housekeeping. Just think of this kind of as you're finally arriving, you're here. Practice is about to begin. On an inhale, you're going to take your arms high to the sky. And then add in a side stretch. So as you reach on over, you can always step your left leg behind as you reach to the right. When you come up through center, you'll switch. So then you'll step your right leg behind as you reach over to the left. Just focus on keeping your hips and your chest square to the front. And then a nice little baby back bend. Open across your chest. Draw your elbow tips down and in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Luna's doing a nice dog stretch behind me. Halfway lift, keep a long spine. And then plant your hands, high plank. We're going to go straight back to downward facing dog. So a lot of today, there's no chaturanga. It's just smooth and simple. So now we'll flow halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Breath in, center. Exhale to your left. Take an inhale. Gentle back bend, nothing big. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take a halfway lift, so keep your hands connected to something, mat, shin, thighs. High plank for a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then again, to the top, breath in, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Breath in, big inhale. Exhale, left. Rise up. Take a back bend. Make sure you keep your core engaged. Rise up. And exhale, fold. I'm laughing because Lumen just likes to commandeer my mat anytime I do yoga. Breath in and downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to take a couple baby steps to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Coming on up, mountain pose. Last side stretch. Back through center. Over to the left. And again, I'm embellishing with the legs, but you don't have to. Baby back bend, squeeze. Rise up and fold. Halfway lift and plant your hands. High plank, Lumen's barking at the neighbors. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Take it knee to nose, really round. Inhale. Right tricep, can you touch? Inhale. Cross it under. Feel a twist here. Level shoulders. Breath in. Exhale, lunge. All the way up, crescent lunge. Notice my foot stance. So your feet are going to be about hip width distance. Center your biceps with your ears. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. You'll take a vertical twist. So we always open up to the knee that is forward. Fan out through your fingertips. Keep your back heel lifted. Warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Line up your front knee with your front foot. And then make sure both arms tick-tock to 12 and 6 for extended side angle. Again, I'm reaching toward the top of my mat, adding in that side body stretch. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Back up, star. Bring it down. One more. Exhale. Rise up. And then wide-legged forward fold. So ideally, we get our hips lined up with our heels. A lot of times people's hips are really far back. So use your hands as support. Notice I'm keeping a long spine. Quarter turn to the front, you're in a low lunge. Give Lumen some kisses. And then downward facing dog. I'm embellishing here with a 3-legged dog. It feels nice for me, opening up my hip. Left leg high, knee to nose. So think cat pose. Inhale. Left tricep, give it a tap. Breath in. Cross under, twist it. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. Come all the way up, crescent. Work on a hip width distance stance. That's going to feel stable. You feel like you're on a tightrope. Your feet are too narrow. Open twist, so you'll exhale here. Open across your chest. Really fan out your fingertips. And then you'll spin on open, warrior 2. So again, heel to heel alignment. If you're open in the hips, center your front foot. If you're a little tighter, take a deep exhale, extended side angle. You'll take your arms 12 and 6 like you're on a clock. For here, I'm reaching toward the front again for that side body stretch. 5-pointed star. Make sure heels are in, toes are out. So you sit low in horse, reach up, exhale, pull down. Again, breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. 5-pointed star. Parallel your feet and exhale, wide-legged fold. So I typically need my hand support. Got pretty tight hamstrings still, even after years of doing this. And then quarter turn to the front, low lunge, 3-legged dog, shake it out. Downward facing dog. Now walk your feet through your hands, come to a comfortable seat. Now we're going to start to slow things down. So I'm going to spin around and show you. From this overview, you're going to take a peek in how I typically need to release my hip flexors before I start working into any back bending, core work. But moving into bridge, so feet are going to be hip width distance apart. Interlace your hands at your low back. You can't see here, but I'm driving my pinkies down, and then you can raise your right toes high. Notice how my hips stay level. And it helps to really puff up your chest. Right foot down, inhale, left leg to the sky. And again, level hips is key. Keep your core engaged. Really press down with your hands that are interlaced underneath your low back. And then when you come out, Supta Baddha Konasana, feet are together, your knees are wide. And I have pretty tight hips just from running and hiking and weightlifting. So the further your feet are away from you, the more your knees will actually relax down. The closer your feet are to you, it's a little bit deeper of a stretch. For when removing, you'll hug in your right shin. Notice no pressure on your knee. You're applying to your shin. If you can't quite get that, you can hold onto the back of your thigh. And I always add in some ankle rolls. Our feet need a little extra love too. So after you do about 3 to 5, going each direction, you'll take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you'll move into a supine twist. So you'll need to bump your bottom left hip back. And eventually one day, your right elbow is going to touch the ground. Your right knuckles will touch the ground. And then if that's there, work for your right toes. And then I'm so close. Maybe one day that top knee will touch the ground. Inhale takes you back to center. Reset, squeeze in, and then left shin, pull down tight, right leg long. And notice my shoulder blades aren't lifting. If your shoulder blades are lifting, just grab onto the backs of your thigh instead. Add in those ankle rolls. So about 3 to 5 each direction. Then you'll start to slow everything down and take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you'll move into a supine twist where you'll cross your top leg over and then bump your bottom hip back. So this side's always a little bit tighter for me, but working your left elbow and your left knuckles down. If that's connected and your left shoulder's down, then working your top left toes, and one day that top left knee, I swear, it's going to touch the ground. But if you have a block, you can always prop that underneath your top leg too. That's super helpful. When you're ready, come on back through center. Give yourself a squeeze, nice and tight. Finishing here with happy baby. Stamp your footprints to the sky. If I didn't have socks on, I'd probably wrap my peace fingers around my big toes, but we're in a cozy cabin in the mountains, and as you can see, there's snow, so it's pretty chilly. One last hug. I always like to thank myself for making it on my mat, even if it's a 10-minute, shorter breath practice. It's still such a good way to start off the day and reset. If you bring your hands to your belly, you can start to focus on a few calm, collected breaths. And if it helps you, I like to think about filling my chest and then my ribs and then my belly. As I exhale, I like to go the reverse, so pulling my belly button in, letting my rib cage soften, letting my chest fall. And as you just kind of slow down your breath, it can also help to say, I breathe in as you inhale, and I breathe out as you exhale. Now when you're ready to start to make your way out, you can come to a seat, seal your practice, and we're on our way to go for a hike. So have a good day.